Hello everyone and welcome to Unacademy classes. My name is Abhishek Mishra, and before starting this class, let's see about Unacademy combat, and I will also talk about it a bit more just at the start of the class. But after doing all this introduction, we will start our new subject today, that is thermodynamics, and we will be doing a quick revision with the help of questions. So just watch this video and just stick with me throughout the introduction, then we will start the class.
It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging GATE contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
where you put your knowledge to test.
and battle it out with the best.
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for GATE till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
With detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack GATE deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate GATE challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now.
So once again, hello to everybody and welcome to Unacademy classes. My name is Abhishek Mishra, and in today's class we are starting a new subject, thermodynamics, and I am first starting this subject by making this revision series in which we will be doing the revision of thermodynamics in such a way that we are just learning from questions. So we will see questions, and through that questions we will try to cover all the topics or all the syllabus that is there in thermodynamics. And I will be taking this entire class in English, and I will be doing the taking classes where I will do important questions or questions which is most likely to come on the Unacademy's app and website. So follow me there and use the code that I will be sharing with you in today's class, so that you can access or watch the free classes there and download my PDF that I am using right now, or also that I will be using during the class there on the Unacademy's app and website for free, but just by using the code. And via that code, if you plan to subscribe, you can just get 10% extra discount. So that code will come in very handy. And just this class will be I will be sharing a lot of tips and tricks also during this revision series. So your 1.5 hour or 1 hour spent here in this revision classes will be absolutely worth it. So just relax and just attend this class and answer the questions that I am asking and take part in discussion. So I just recommend you to watch this classes live so that you can have a better interaction and hence you can understand better. So first of all, let's talk about me here. So I have secured All India rank of 662 in GATE 2020. I have completed MTech in 2019 from IIT BHU Varanasi, and I have got 2 years of mechanical engineering experience in teaching. And my interests are photo editing, video editing, cricket, football, and I like all sorts of games. But since you can see, I have prepared for GATE examination and I have also taught it. So over the years I have collected a lot of tips, tricks and things that a student should be aware, so that he or she is making least possible mistake and doing questions in a quickest possible time. And see, my rank is 662, but during that GATE paper I solved, I think, the hard questions very well, but the easy questions were done wrong by me. So in my class I will be making sure that you are getting the points or you are getting the tips so that you cannot make these easy mistakes that I did here that can drag your rank down. So just attend this class with full attention and just take notes of the things that I am talking about, more specifically the things that will help in your GATE examination while doing questions. So let's start the class first by talking about the Unacademy's subscription. And again, I have said at the start of this class that you should follow me if you want to do thermodynamics questions. So I will be doing questions here, but that questions will only be there to cover your whole syllabus, the revision questions. And the important numerical questions or the tricky questions that I will be doing on the Unacademy's website. So you can follow me by just writing this link and just entering and just going to my Unacademy's profile and following me there. So there you will find first of all my whole schedule, and you will also be finding there the notes that I am using. So you can download and access all that on the Unacademy website at absolutely no cost by using this code ABHIMI. It is in all capital letters, and you can also watch other teachers, other educators classes, download their notes by using this same code. So this code will come in very handy. This will provide you, as I have discussed, free classes, free notes. You will take part in the quizzes like Unacademy Combat by using this code, and also you can get 10% discount if you plan to subscribe. And I think you should subscribe. Why? I will just let you know as we move forward. But again, this code, if you are using, it will also support me. So if you are finding my teachings proper, then you can totally do that if you wish to. And here is the Unacademy Combat quiz that is going on. It started on December 16, 6 p.m. and you can win prizes as shown in the screen. And to register, you need the code, and the same code that I have shown here in all capital letters. Just enter that code and register, and just you can take part in quizzes like this and win prizes. And also you can learn from the quiz. You can just practice your questions there, and detailed solutions will be provided to you. So it's a win-win situation that you should totally check out. So Unacademy app is free to download, and if you have not downloaded this app yet, so just go to your respective app store and download this app. This app will has everything that you need for your GATE preparation, and believe me, this app is far better than anything you have seen from the competition sites, because the quizzes and the tests are there in such a manner that you will not find it very tiresome and very cumbersome to do attend these questions. You will find it very engaging, and this is a very new experience, and you have to just check it out to understand what this Unacademy app is offering. So since this is free, so there is no harm if you are not resonating well with this app. So you can always just not use it or uninstall it, but first of all just go and use it. And if this app will be making your preparation better, so it is all good. You should totally check it out. So when you subscribe to Unacademy, you will be getting daily live classes, live tests and quizzes, structured courses, unlimited access. So all these things you will be getting, and the interface on the Unacademy's website is far better than the classes that are going on YouTube, because the Unacademy website is specifically designed for educational purposes, unlike YouTube, which is general video streaming site. So you can ask your doubts, answer polls all while the class is going on. And there are a lot of courses going right now, because a mechanical GATE exam is after around 2 months. So you have this around 60 days to just study, to just revise, give test. So if you are planning to subscribe on in Unacademy, so this is the best possible time, because a lot of revision classes and crash courses are going on the Unacademy's website, and they are taken by the top educators, who will obviously share with you a lot of important information and details that will come in very handy when you give your GATE examination. So I think you should totally subscribe to Unacademy, attend revision classes there, and then give test evaluate your performance, check your analysis. Analysis will be provided in a detailed manner by Unacademy's team, and then you can work on your preparation and work on your just concept. And after you have done this thing, you will find that you are very well prepared for GATE examination, and you are very well confident also. So this is the best possible time, and this is the prices of Unacademy Plus subscription, which is a classroom type experience where other students will be learning with you. And these prices are very reasonable, but if you want to get some extra discount, you can use the code ABHIMI, which is on the left side of the screen, and this code will give you this prices. So these prices are after you have applied this code, and this is the least possible price in which you can get an Unacademy subscription. And no cost EMI is available on 6 months and above subscription plans. So 1 month, 3 month, this you can totally select, but I would recommend here to select 12, 18 or 24 months. The reason is that this will provide you the most discount. So these plans are having most discount. So even after your GATE examination, you have to prepare and stay in touch for the PSU exams, BARC, ISRO, and for interviews. So you should select a plan which is offering you most discount, and by using that plan you can just prepare for a long duration. And 12, 18 and 24 months plan are the ones that you should check out, and don't forget to use this code to get 10% extra discount. And if you are not sure, then you can go with 1 or 3 months plan, and after that you can extend the plan if you are finding this Unacademy subscription worth it. And I think it will be absolutely worth it in this time because of the content the Unacademy team is offering, and because of the tools that they are providing. They are very advanced. And there is another subscription plan, Iconic, which is for those students who need the personal coach, personalized test series and things like that. So if you need more assistance, you can go with this, and same code can be applied here to get this 10% extra discount. And no cost EMI option is available on 6 months and above subscription plan for both Iconic and Plus subscription. So choose one of the subscription plan which is according to your need and budget, and start your preparation, start giving test series, start attending the revision series, and make sure that you are attending this classes live, because then you can prepare in a much better way. And I think you should totally start the preparation by using this Unacademy subscription. So that's it for today introduction. Now let's start our class Thermodynamics revision, which is this class is the first part. And here we will start by just discussing this definition of thermodynamics. So thermodynamics is a science and an engineering tool used to describe processes that involve changes in temperature, transformation of energy, and the relationships between heat and work. So we will see all these things that is written in this definition as we move forward and study this each individual things separately in detail. We will find that the relationship between heat and work, how to do questions, how to do the conceptual questions based on the heat and work topic. And we will also see how the thermodynamic process is coming in use to see the processes where change in temperature is there and where energy is transformed from one form to other. So again, I am reading this definition so that we can move forward and we can have this definition in our mind as we study this whole thermodynamics syllabus for GATE. So thermodynamics is a science and an engineering tool used to describe processes that involve changes in temperature, transformation of energy, and the relationships between heat and work. So now here comes our first question, and as stated by me, I will make, since this channel GATE Quest channel is mainly just here, the focus will be on doing questions. So I am making sure that through questions I am able to revise you whole thermodynamic syllabus. So through these questions we will discuss what a certain topic has to offer, and we will have nice complete discussion through that. So the first question here is a simple one. So a closed system is one whose boundaries allows. So the options are given, and if you are watching this session live, then I would just recommend you to answer this question in the chat, so, or in the comment section. So before answering this question, let's see what is a system, what is a surrounding, and what is a boundary, and then we will talk about closed system and some other types of system. And we will be doing this revision very quickly, so just stick with me for an hour or so while we discuss this. So first of all, we have a system, surrounding, and boundary here. So I am just going to discuss it, not write it. So what is a system? System in thermodynamics is that part of the universe in which observations are made. Okay, so systems are the part of the universe which is under our consideration, in which observations are being made by us. And what is surroundings? The part of the system other than part of the universe other than system is surroundings. So in system, I should write it in very brief manner so that it is quite clear to you. So in system, it is a part of the universe in which observations are made. And surroundings is remaining universe. So simply we will write remaining universe. And what is boundary? Boundary is the line, or boundary is the region which is surrounding, which is not surrounding, which is separating the system and surrounding. So this system and surrounding is separated by this boundary. And here, let's discuss again what this system, surrounding, and boundary are. So system, it is a part of the universe in which observations are made. Surroundings, remaining universe. And boundary is the line, or is the region which is separating these two. And yes, my videos are most presentable, but they are not that frequent. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. So let's start where we were. So for example, if you have a bottle containing water, so that water will be your system, and the bottle will be your boundary, and the surroundings will be the rest of the universe which is just remaining. Okay, so that is one of the example. And here we are being asked about closed system. So closed system is one whose boundaries allows only energy transfer, only mass transfer, both energy and mass transfer, or none of the above. So to do that, we have to erase this thing. So first of all, I am talking about open system. So open system is a type of system where energy and mass both can be transferred from system to surrounding, or from surrounding to system. So if there is energy and mass transfer both, then we will have the system called as a open system. So the open system, you can simply say it like that also. It allows energy and mass transfer. And if the system is allowing only the so if the system is allowing only the energy transfer, then that system is closed system. and if it is not allowing both energy and mass transfer, then the system will be isolated system. So we discussed about three types of system here: open, closed, isolated. And here the question is asking that a closed system is one of whose boundaries allow, and the answer will be only energy transfer. And if you are not sure about energy and mass, then you can just think it about like this, that the system is closed, so mass cannot enter or go outside, so only energy can do that. Energy can be heat, so only heat transfer or energy transfer can occur in a closed system. For which system neither heat nor matter can be transferred across the boundary? So for isolated system, as discussed by me, neither heat nor matter can be transferred across the boundary. Now let's discuss about thermodynamic property. So before just discussing about thermodynamic property, let's discuss what a property is. So a property is any property is any characteristic. I should write it here. So what this means is that a property is any characteristic of the system. So this basically means a property is a just a way in which we can understand what a system is. So for example, if we are saying that a system is having this much pressure and this much temperature, then we are able to identify the system, or we can say the system is having that characteristic. So that are the properties of a system. So what is a thermodynamic property? And here we are asked about the thermodynamic property. So let's see. So a thermodynamic property is it depends upon the history of the system, or does it not depend on the history of the system, can have different values when the system is in a particular state, depending upon the how the system is brought to that state, none of the above. So a thermodynamic property does not depend on the history of the system, because again it is a property, it is the characteristic of the system. So it will there will be no impact which path has taken us to that property. Only thing that is matter is that property. So a thermodynamic property does not depend on the history of the system. B is the correct answer. And now let's discuss about the we will have to add here a so let's add here a page. So now let's talk about the difference between a property and a path function. Let's say work and heat, so that you can easily remember this thing. So properties are point function or state functions. And when we are talking about work and heat, these are path functions. And the next point will make it more clearer what this depends, what this means, point function and path function. So not dependent on history, depends upon history. And now let's discuss why the work and heat are depending upon history, and why these properties, which is point function or which are state function, are not depending upon history. So since work and heat are path functions, so this will depend upon which path is followed, because they are path function. So path is the important thing here that we have to consider. So work and heat will totally depend which path is being followed, and therefore they will be dependent upon the history. It is very important when we are talking about work and heat, that is this path functions, to know about which path is taken to take the system from one point or one state to other. And when we are talking about properties, then it is not required to talk about the path that we have followed to take the system from one point to other. We only need the initial and final state to talk about this functions, which are properties. And work and heat, we need the path also. So this depends upon history, and this properties are not dependent upon history. And the last point will be exact. Properties are exact differentials, and work and heat are inexact differentials. Now let's also see what this means. What this means is, if you integrate this dt, then you will find T2 minus T1, where T is your temperature. So since temperature is a property, it is a point function or state function. So this is how its integration will be having its answer. But if we are integrating this work, which is a path function, then it will be equal to W, which will not be equal to W2 minus W1, because they are inexact differentials. So now let's do this question. Which of the following is our intensive property or properties? So one of these properties is intensive property, or multiple properties here that are shown are intensive properties. So this is a multiple answer correct question, and I recommend again for you all to watch live, to attend this class live. Therefore you can interact here and provide me the answers. So which of the following is our intensive property / properties? Energy, volume, pressure, specific enthalpy. So energy, yes, before discussing this intensive property question, let's discuss about what are intensive properties and what are extensive properties. So I will discuss it here only. So we have talked about property, which is any characteristic of the system can be called as property. And now we have this intensive property to discuss. So intensive property depends upon the size or mass of the system under. So whenever we talk about property, we are talking about the property or the characteristic of the system under consideration. So therefore, if the property of the system which is under consideration is depending upon size or mass, then it will called sorry, it is not depending upon. So I should write so apologies for the mistake here, but this does not depends upon. Okay, so this does not depends upon the size or mass of the system. So if properties have no effect, if we change the size or mass of the system, then that properties will be called as intensive properties. And if the properties are having this change as we change the mass or size of the system, depends upon so if we are having this change in any property due to mass or size of the system change, then we will call that property as extensive property. Now in this question we are being asked that which of the following is an intensive property or which of the following are intensive properties. And if you know the answer, you can just write it down. This can be multiple choice answer or this can be only single answer correct. So it is up to you to provide me the answer. And let's I have given you ample time, so let's see what the answer here is. Energy. So energy will depend upon the size or mass of the system, because when we are talking about energy, let's say we are talking about heat. So whenever you calculate heat, you see there is mass term involved there, and due to that you will find that the energy is an extensive property, that is it is depending upon the mass or the size. Volume. So volume is can be just discussed by the definition of density, which is mass per volume. So volume will be mass divided by density. Again, if you are changing mass, you will find that your volume is being changed. So volume is again extensive property because it is depending upon the size or mass. What is pressure? So pressure is not going to change with the mass or the size, because there is no formula of pressure where there is mass. So pressure is your extensive property, and specific enthalpy is also your intensive property, because specific means that you have to divide this enthalpy with kg, that is there will be no mass in the formula here or in the specific enthalpy consideration. So these two properties are intensive properties, that is independent of mass or the size of the system under consideration. Again, remember here that I have mentioned that specific properties, all specific properties are intensive So all specific properties are intensive properties, because specific means we are going to divide the mass and hence getting rid of the mass from the formula there. So specific entropy, you can also say that it is intensive. And specific work, again, so work is not a property, so that is a part function. So specific term, if it is there with any property, it will be intensive. A system is partitioned into two equal parts. An intensive property of each part will. So we are dividing a system. So we have a system here. And we are dividing this system into two equal parts, and you are being asked this question that an intensive property of each part will. So if the system is initially in at a pressure P and temperature T, then after we have divided this into two equal parts, then what will be the pressure of part 1 and part 2? So this is what is asked in the question. Intensive property will be pressure and temperature, and will the pressure and temperature after the system being divided into two equal parts become half, remain unchanged, become double, or will it depend upon the nature of the intensive property? So this question's answer will be B. This will remain unchanged, because again, intensive property does not depend upon the size or the mass. So intensive property will remain same even if the size of the system is become smaller or changed or made half, or if it is also increased or made double, then also your intensive properties will remain same for the system. So it does not depend upon the size, and you can just just take into this detail or use this detail while solving numericals also. So this detail or this information can be useful to solve numericals. So again, if you have this system and you are given with that this system is having P pressure here and T temperature here, and here it is also P pressure and temperature, then this temperature and pressure, if uh, this partition is removed, what will be their value? Their value will still be P and T, because they are intensive property and they will not depend upon the size. So that is what was asked in this question, and the correct answer is remain unchanged. Integral energy of a system is a state function. So not integral, internal energy. So internal energy will be U. So U, that is internal energy of a system, is it a state function or is it a path function? So let's say we have this internal energy, and we have this P versus V. So Prashant Raj, sir, please tell gate strategy for beginners. So Prashant, now is very good time for you to join the Unacademy subscription and do these things. Let me tell you one. So you have your gate exam on 14th February. So around 2 months is left for you to just do your preparation. So I would recommend you to do this thing. So let us discuss that for 4 or 5 minutes, then I will continue my class. So let me just okay, you are in second year, so let's talk about it here only. So see, for gate examination, first you need to do, the first thing that you need to do is you need to visit the GATE official website and download the syllabus from there. So let me show you this thing. So visit this GATE official website, and so the GATE official website is having some kind of error. So let me show you the PDF that I made. So I have taken a class, and if you want that you can see that class in detail, but I am going to show you what are the do's and don'ts in that for GATE examination. So let me find that PPT here. So it will be do's and don'ts name. So let me find it. So yes. So let's talk about here only. So the first thing that you need to do, download the GATE syllabus from the official site. So download the GATE syllabus from the official site and just see what are the topics there, and just see that you have to cover these topics only for your preparation. Do not cover things that are not there in the syllabus. So first of all, you should know that what you have to read or not for your GATE examination. So just download the syllabus from the official site and have a look into that. And then you should only learn the things that are there in the GATE syllabus. Do not learn things that are not there in the syllabus, because you will find that there are a lot of things in the syllabus to cover. So just learn the things that are there only, and don't try to learn each and everything, because your main objective should be to score as much as marks as possible, and that can only be possible if you are aware of the syllabus. You then have to make short notes and revise using them. So whenever you are reading from the your original notes that you have made while attending a lecture, do not revise through them. So you can revise through them once or twice, but for multiple time revision you have to make short notes. Why I am telling this? Because for long subjects such as strength of materials and manufacturing, and subjects such as fluid mechanics, you have to make the notes in a brief manner such that you can revise through that notes in 1 hour or 2 hours, not taking whole day, because if you are doing that, then you cannot do more revision, and hence you will find that you are getting losing interest while doing revision. So make short notes and revise using them. Join a test series and give as much as test possible. So some people, what they do, they wait for the absolute last moment to join a test series and start giving test, and what happens, they are not able to get the benefits from the test series. So if you want to get benefit from test series, then you have to join it as soon as possible and start giving them, because test series are not there for you to see how much you can score, but it is there for you to learn from your mistakes and become familiar with the GATE examination pattern and all those things. So join a test series, and the Unacademy app, you should totally download it. The app is absolutely free, and after downloading this app, you can just check out what the features are there, what type of quizzes are there, and you will find that the Unacademy is having a lot of things which are not seen before, and hence you can find a way of learning which is very engaging. So join a test series Unacademy is also offering, and you can join some other ones also, but I would recommend you to join Unacademy because of the engagement and the newness of the test series there. Don't wait for the absolute last moment to start giving test series. As I have pointed it out, you should not wait for the last moment, because then you will find that you are not able to take proper advantage of the test, and so your giving test in a hurry will not be recommended. It will not benefit, it will be not beneficial for you. Solve full year question papers from the official GATE website. Just download the question papers in full form, that is download at least 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and after that, if you want to give since you are giving this GATE examination after 2 years, so you can download this question papers that have come till that year. So start from 2016 and download this multiple year question paper PDF and try to solve the full question paper in one sitting or two sitting, because then you will get to know what type of question GATE usually ask and in what order or in what manner they are asking the questions. So this will benefit you a lot, I think. Don't waste a lot of time answering and solving a single question. So whenever you are giving test series or whenever you are stuck in a question, so it is totally up to you that you should prepare for ESE or GATE. It is totally up to you. I would recommend you to prepare for both, since you are preparing before this 2 months, not 2 months, 2 years. You have 2 years, so you can prepare for both. But start like this. Start by preparing for GATE examination. Then after you have prepared completely for GATE examination, covered its syllabus multiple times, then you can just look into the topics or subjects which are not covered and which are there in ESE, and then do their preparation. But start from GATE, because that is that will help you in some PSU exams also, and you will find that helpful for BARC and ISRO also. So start with GATE, and then if you are having time, then just learn the rest of the syllabus which is not coinciding with the GATE, which are there for ESE. Treat every question equally. So whenever you are just solving a GATE paper or giving any exam, you should treat every question equally, because in GATE there are 1 marks question and there are 2 marks question. So this 1 marks and 2 marks question will be the only ones that are present. So an easy question will also provide you this 1 or 2 marks, and a hard question will also give you the same marks. So you should treat every question equally and attend every question with full focus. And while learning, you should also do these things. Treat every topic equally, because every topic will have this chance of coming in GATE examination, and where you have to solve them with full focus and with equal attention. And if you are making mistakes while preparing, so don't take that mistakes lightly. For example, if you are making mistakes while answering the question and the mistakes are wrong units or wrong calculation, so work on that and try to work on that from early on, so that you have you just make a habit, and you then can follow that habit, and hence your mistakes can be very less if you follow this ideology to don't take mistakes lightly. Make sure that you are checking while answering questions and solving. And also, whenever you are preparing for GATE examination, you have to make this habit again to do the rough work in very tidy manner, because again, if you are mixing all the solutions during your rough work, you will find that you are doing this questions wrongly, and your answer will not be correct, and you cannot also recheck your solution. And the last thing that I would like to tell you is, you have to be calm and treat GATE as just an exam. So just make a proper schedule that you have to follow and try to stick with it, and do not be stressed about GATE exam. It is just an exam, so be calm and treat GATE as just an exam. So that are some do's and don'ts, and I hope you found it useful. Now I would just continue the topic that I was discussing in my class. And if you want to attend more of my class, I am just starting this thermodynamics news series, so you can follow me on unacademy.com, and here is the link. Just write it down in the browser, and then you can be taken to my profile on Unacademy. There you can follow me. My whole schedule will be visible. You can download notes there that I am providing in this class on YouTube and there in the PDF form. So just follow me, and when you are following me, you have to use this code so that you can watch free classes on Unacademy app and website. So these two things will also help you, and this will support me also. So you can use this code to attend free classes on unacademy.com. So I was discussing about, so this was the topic that I was discussing, that internal energy of a system, is it a state function or not? So internal energy, if your system is going from state 1 to state 2, then the internal energy U1 and U2 will not depend upon the path, will only depend upon the initial and final state. So internal energy is state function. For example, if you are going from path 1 to 2 and then coming back to 2, then what will be your this internal energy? Since this is a state function, your U1 after following this process A and B will become again U1, because your point or state is same, and hence this state function and point function, that is properties, remain same when we just move in cycle. So internal energy is a state function as it follows the same thing. So it is true. Gibbs phase rule. So Gibbs phase rule, let's talk about it. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Gibbs phase rule formula, and then we will do some questions that will completely cover this Gibbs phase rule topic. So let's add a slide so that we can talk about Gibbs phase rule there. So Prashant, that was correct. It was state function. Do you know Gibbs phase rule? So do you know about Gibbs phase rule or not? If you know, what is the formula that we use about Gibbs phase rule? So Gibbs phase rule is having very simple formula, and you have to only study about this formula to cover this topic for GATE examination. So Gibbs phase rule, you have P plus F is equal to C plus N. So this is the formula of Gibbs phase rule, and where P is number of phases. So I will make you do some questions so that our concept of Gibbs phase rule will become completely clear in this class only. So number of phases will be given by this term P. So phases will be liquid, solid or gas, and F is degree of freedom. What is C? C is the number of chemical composition, and N is the number of non-compositional variables. For thermodynamics, that is for the subject that we are currently talking about, having this discussion, N is equal to 2, and these two variables are pressure and temperature. And for material science, N is equal to 1, that is only temperature. So for thermodynamics, your Gibbs phase rule will be, for thermodynamics, Gibbs phase rule will be P, that is number of phases, F, that is the degree of freedom, C, number of chemical components, and N is 2, and that 2 will be pressure and temperature. So you have to remember this formula only for GATE examination, and you have to remember what these terms that are there in the formula means. So we were asked about this question. Gibbs phase rule is derived in the basis of following assumptions. Since GATE is having this new type of questions, multiple answer correct, so here multiple answers are correct. So at least can Prashant, can you tell me what is one of the correct answers here? I have talked about it in the slide just before coming again to this question. Can you tell me, write in the comment section which one is the correct answer? So there are multiple correct answer, but you can tell me here one of these answers which are correct by just reading the options. So Gibbs phase rule is derived on the basis of following assumptions. So I am going to talk about the answers here which are correct. So first one is B, that is total variables include temperature, pressure, and we have talked about it here that this Gibbs phase rule is P plus F is equal to C plus 2. So this 2 is the number of non-compositional variables which are pressure and temperature. Yes, B will be the one. And number of phases is also there in the formula. So I will write the formula here. And number of components is also there. Chemical components is also there in the Gibbs phase rule formula. So B is the correct one, and A and C are also the assumptions that we are making when we are deriving this Gibbs phase rule. So mass of all the components will be, D is the wrong one because in D we have not this number of phases term is not there. So the more correct answer is B, and that is the one we are going to select. So D is not the correct one. And C is also correct. Chemical potential of each component is same in all the phases. So what is chemical potential? We don't have to learn a lot about it, but since this term is coming in the question, we will just talk about what this term means. So chemical potential of a component is chemical energy Yes, I am talking about C, chemical energy possessed by 1 mole of a substance. So chemical potential means this thing, that is chemical energy that is 1 mole of a substance is having, and we are assumed to derive for the derivation of Gibbs phase rule that each component is having same chemical potential in all phases. Again, the derivation of Gibbs phase rule is not there in the syllabus, and when I was discussing about what things you have to do and you have to not do, then I talked about don't try to study the things that are not there in the syllabus. So we will only study the things that are there in the syllabus, and in the syllabus we have to learn this formula, what this formula means, where we have to use it, and what are the assumptions here. So the assumptions here are chemical potential, which is the chemical energy of 1 mole of a substance. This is constant for each component in all phases. Not constant, this is same. And mass of all the components is conserved, and here the second term you can just look into that from the formula. Now let's talk about the next question. So here we have a numerical question where we will use the formula that we discussed, and I want you to answer this question. So we have this P plus F is equal to C plus 2, and you have to find the number of independent properties required to fix the state of system, that is degree of freedom. So this degree of freedom is asked because degree of freedom, what it means is it is the number of intensive properties which you require to fix the state of system. So by using this formula, can you Prashant, can you provide me the answer? You know what each term in this formula means, and I hope you can do this question now, because this type of question can be totally asked in GATE examination. And while you are answering, taking your time, I will I will just solve this question after 60 seconds. So in the meantime, let me just inform you or provide you this detail of what a degree of freedom is. So degree of freedom will be minimum number of independent intensive properties required to fix the state of a system. So let's see what we have here. We have a mixture NH3H2O, and this mixture is existing in two phases. So this means that our P will be equal to 2, and we have to calculate F, that is degree of freedom, and number of chemical components here are 2 because we have NH3 ammonia and water H2O. So this will also be 2, and since this is a thermodynamics question, so we are taking n number of the non-compositional variables as 2, that is pressure and temperature. So your degree of freedom will come out to be 2. So this is the answer, and Prashant, yes, the answer is 2. So I hope you can understand how this formula is working and how we are going to use this formula in the questions which are asking us degree of freedom by giving chemical components mixture system and phases that are in equilibrium in that system. So this question is very important, and again, if you are finding this question very useful for revision, you can write these questions down also so that you can revise using them. So let's talk about now the zeroth law, which is the final topic of the day today. And after this zeroth law, we will talk about some thermodynamic scale question, and then we will end this class. So I think around 20 minutes is left for the class. So just stick with me for this 20 minutes, and then we will end this class after learning these things. So zeroth law of thermodynamics, C. So the first one is zeroth law dealing with conservation of mass and energy? Is it dealing with reversibility or irreversibility of process? Or is zeroth law of thermodynamics is stating that if two systems are in equilibrium with the third system, then they are in thermal equilibrium with each other? So the correct option given by Prashant is C. So that is the right one. And what this is saying, that if we have this system A and we have this system B and system C, if A and B are in thermal equilibrium with each other, and if B and C are in thermal equilibrium with each other, then A and C will also be in thermal equilibrium. That means if A and C are made in contact with each other, what will be net heat transfer. So Prashant, if you are still watching this session live, then can you provide me the answer? If A and C, if they are in contact with each other, then what will be the net heat transfer? So I have asked this question that if A and C, which are A and B are in thermal equilibrium and B and C are in thermal equilibrium. So if A and C from this system below are made in contact or kept in contact with each other, then what will be the net heat transfer there? Will there be net heat transfer or not? And if there is net heat transfer, then what will be the net heat transfer there? So if A and C are in contact with each other, then since they are also in thermal equilibrium, so there will be zero net heat transfer between them if they are made in contact with each other. Then there will be no heat transfer, zero heat transfer between A and C due to them being in thermal equilibrium or same temperature. The basis for measuring thermodynamic property of temperature is given by. What is the basis? So here you have to answer what is the basis for measuring thermodynamic property of temperature. Yes, it is zeroth law. So zeroth law, we are using this zeroth law as the one law which is the basis for measuring thermodynamic property of temperature. That is, it is used in thermometers and the instruments that are used for measuring this property temperature. So zeroth law will be the correct answer here. The zeroth law of thermodynamics deals with mechanical equilibrium, chemical equilibrium, thermal equilibrium, or thermodynamic equilibrium. What is the zeroth law dealing with? So what is mechanical equilibrium first of all? So Prashant has given the answer C. So C is the correct answer. Thermal equilibrium is the one that is being dealt by zeroth law of thermodynamics. What is the mechanical equilibrium? It is equality of forces. Chemical equilibrium is chemical equilibrium is when chemical composition does not change with time. What is thermal equilibrium? It is equality of temperature. And thermodynamic equilibrium is when all this equilibrium are there. So all these equilibrium when are there. And there is one more equilibrium, that is phase equilibrium. So phase equilibrium will be mass of phase remains constant with time. So if mechanical equilibrium, chemical equilibrium, and thermal equilibrium and phase equilibrium are there, then there will be this thermodynamic equilibrium. But for zeroth law, it is dealing with thermal equilibrium only. A single fixed point temperature scale is based on. So what is the answer to this question? That is, a single fixed point temperature scale is based on So you recently just so you should start by seeing the casting classes, since this was the first lecture that I manufacturing was the first subject I covered here. So I think I was bit rusty there. So my classes are bit not that much better arranged, but still I think casting and metal forming classes I have taken very properly. And here the main thing that we are doing in this channel, in Gate Quest channel, we have to do questions. Okay, so I am making sure that through questions I am able to understand, discuss with you, and able to make you understand these topics that are there in Gate examination, because ultimately Gate examination will be asking you questions. So this is a one of the nice ways to learn here. And for manufacturing I will be taking this class during live classes in between our thermodynamic sessions. So you can just subscribe to this channel, any book for reference. So I think I would not recommend you to read book, because again book will give you a lot of information that will not be very important for Gate examination. So just attend lectures, and if you want some reference then go to NPTEL website. So go to this NPTEL website, and there IIT uh, teachers are providing notes which you can just see and learn from. And you can have your subjects covered by learning the things that are important, not learning the things that are there just for that will be not useful for your Gate examination. So nptl.ac.in, just check out what are the uh, resources, PDFs available there. Just type this website name and type the subject for which you want the notes, and then you will be getting lectures from the lecture notes, PDF form notes there, and then you can refer to them. So that way you can refer to just cover your whole mechanical subjects properly in a brief manner, because books will provide you a lot of theory which will not be required for Gate examination. So I think watch classes here on Unacademy YouTube channel and Unacademy app and website. Do question, see the NPTEL PDFs if you are finding some topics not that much better. Just not you If you are wanting to just learn more about it, go to NPTEL. And combining all these things, I think you will be preparing in a very good manner if you do this. So I would recommend these things, and rest is up to you. A single fixed point temperature scale is based on triple point of water. So Prashant, can you provide me the triple point of water value? What is the temperature of triple point of water? So triple point of water, what is the temperature? So yes, that is right. And what is the pressure? What is the value of pressure for triple point of water? It is 612 pascals. So remember these values. Since you have already remembered the temperature value, also remember the pressure value, because this is being asked in your ESC, or sometimes in Gate examination this can be asked in PSUs also. So temperature value is 0.01 degrees Celsius and pressure value is 612 pascals. So we have a temperature scale called as Kelvin scale, and this Kelvin temperature scale is thermodynamic scale, and this is also known as absolute scale. And here reference point is triple point of water. So why I am telling you all this, because in this question it was asked a single fixed point temperature scale is based on triple point of water, and that temperature scale is nothing but Kelvin scale, which is thermodynamic scale. So these are the names of Kelvin scale, absolute scale, and the reference point is triple point of water, whose value you should see here, or you can see here. And tell me one more thing here, that what is the or just let me give you this detail here, that 1 Kelvin is equal to 1 by 273.16 of triple point of water. So 1 Kelvin is equal to 1 divided by 273.16 of triple point of water. And one of the gate questions was asking that what 1 Kelvin is it, some other options were given, and one of the options were given that 1 by 273.16 of triple point of water. So that will be the correct answer. And let's move forward. We have the last few questions here. So these 4 questions are there from the temperature scale. So let's do that. So in the first question, it was asking that we have a new temperature scale, degree P, and the boiling and freezing points of water at 1 atmosphere are 100 degree P and 300 degree P respectively. Correlate this scale with the centigrade scale, and reading of 0 degree P on the centigrade scale is. So here I will provide you one very important formula by using which you can do this type of questions in very quick way. So you have this steam point and ice point. So for degree degree Celsius, your steam point is 100 degree Celsius, and for this P scale you are having the steam point or boiling point as 100 degree P, and for ice point or freezing point it is 0 degree Celsius, and here it is 300 degree P. And then you have this TC and TP. So the formula that I am going to tell here is this TC minus TI divided by TS minus TI for centigrade scale will be equal to TP minus TI divided by TS minus TI for degree P scale, where I is ice point and TS is steam point. So what will be the value of this 0 degree P on centigrade scale? Now you can use this formula and do the question. So I will be doing this question after 40 or 60 seconds, and again just take this in degree centigrade, what is ice point, take its value here, put its value here, put the value of steam point on degree centigrade scale, and here you have to just use that value and do the same for degree P, and then you can calculate for this 0 degree P what will be the centigrade temperature. So I will be doing this in 60 seconds. You can solve it in the meantime. So Prashant, I missed your question, so let me answer your question. Critical point of water, yes, the answer is correct, it is D. So let me answer this question also that you asked. So since I am seeing the chat on mobile, so I just missed it there. So let's provide the value of critical point of water. So critical point of water is having 374 degrees Celsius temperature, and the pressure there will be 22.06 megapascal. So you should also remember this critical point of water temperature and pressure, and why very less person are watching. So here Prashant, the subscribers in this channel are very less. You can see that here the subscriber are only 3000, and between 3 and 4000, and a lot of subscribers are inactive. And I have joined this Unacademy channel for just 1 month. Now I have completed 1 month here, and the subscribers are increasing, but they are not increasing at that much pace because this is not the main channel of Unacademy. So if some video just gets recommended, then I think the subscriber will come in plenty, and the content provided here is very good because here it is free content that you are getting, and subscribers will increase as we move forward, and you will see that sometime later this channel will get a lot of subscribers. But the main channel of Unacademy is having a lot of subscribers. There also you are finding the classes, and the classes but here that we are taking are solely based on questions, and in this channel we are making sure that through questions we are able to get our point across to you. And I think this is one of the better ways to prepare for GATE, because in GATE examination you will be asked questions only, so you can remember the concepts better in this way. So I hope you have got this answer, that what is critical point of water. It is 374 degrees Celsius and 22.06 megapascals. So this value you have to remember for that, and this triple point of water value you have to remember 0.01 degrees Celsius that you already know, and 273.16 Kelvin. And you have done this question with 150 degrees Celsius, that is the correct one. So I am just moving forward because that is correct, and you have to just put the values here and solve the question. Temperature difference of 10 on degree Celsius corresponds to Fahrenheit scale. So what is the temperature difference in Fahrenheit scale if it is 10 on degree Celsius? So delta T is 10 degrees Celsius, so delta T will be what in Fahrenheit scale. So again, solve the question and provide me the value here. So what is the relation between degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius? So if in degree Celsius you are having 10 degree Celsius temperature difference, then what will it correspond to in a Fahrenheit scale? So Prashant, if you are still watching, provide me the answer here. I think you should not take more than 30 seconds. 50. So let's see, that is not the correct answer. So I am going to do this question in a very simple way. First of all, we have this temperature. So we have this temperature, let's say TC1, and we have TC2. So both of this is in temperature scale, and we are finding this 10 degrees Celsius difference. And if we are converting this TC1 into Fahrenheit, then we will find TF1 is equal to 9 by 5 TC1 plus 32, and because degree Fahrenheit relation I have written, and TF2 will be 9 by 5 TC2 plus 32. So just take TF1 minus TF2, you will find it will be 9 by 5 TC1 minus TC2, and TC1 minus TC2 will be 10, so it will be 18 in this Fahrenheit scale. So this is one of the ways to do this question. The correct answer will be 18. The other way you can do this like this dt is 10, so df will be, just differentiate it, 9 by 5 dt, so just put that dt and you will find the answer there. So both are the ways, and the correct answer is 18 degree Fahrenheit. So no, that is not, that formula is to be used when you have a completely new temperature scale and you have to find the value there. And here we are not finding the exact value, we are finding the temperature difference, delta T. And to make this concept more clear, let's do again the last two questions of the day are using the formula that I have discussed here, this formula. So let's do these two questions again from that formula, and then we will end this class. So Prashant, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, then you can click on the subscription button. I will be taking this thermodynamics class 7 p.m. and you can come and have this nice discussion like today, so that we can have a nice engaging class. And we will be taking I will be taking only 1 hour or 1.5 hours or so class every day, so it is not that long. If you are having time, then you can totally come here and study for this. And if you are wanting to just solve more questions, you can, as I've mentioned before, come to unacademy.com, attend free classes there by using the code that I have provided. So a new temperature scale degree n is to be defined after, or is to be defined, the, here should be a comma, the boiling and the freezing points on this scale are 100 degree n and 400 degree n respectively. What will be the reading on new scale which is corresponding to 60 degrees Celsius? So what will be the reading on this new scale degree n for 60 degrees Celsius? So again, let's use that previous formula. So that previous formula is this. If you have not written this, you can write this down. 220, so that is the correct answer. It will be 220. And since you have provided the answer by using this formula, so I don't think that I should solve it, because simply we have to put the values here and get our answer. So it will be not worth to do this easy calculation, and this is the correct answer. And this is the last question of the day. At what temperature both the Celsius and the new temperature scale as defined in the previous question reading would be same? So at what temperature you will have this degree centigrade and degree n reading to be same? And this is the previous question. You have to find a temperature where both the scales will be having same reading. Again, same formula you have to use. So you have to use the same formula here to get the answer. At what temperature both the Celsius and the new temperature scale reading would be same? And I should write here that boiling point for degree n is 100, freezing or ice point is 400. So yes, 100 is the correct answer. You will have 100 degrees Celsius equal to 100 degree N, and you can do this question by logic also, because the boiling point is 100 degree N and the boiling point in the Celsius scale is also 100 degrees Celsius. So by logic also you can do the same question, because both are 100, and if you are not doing this by not thinking about that, then you can do this question by putting this temperature here T common and finding that common temperature by from this equation. So that will be it for today's class. Thank you for watching, and thank you for Prashant Raj for having a very nice discussion and answering the questions that I was asking in a proper manner. So thank you for that, and you can follow me on unacademy.com. Just write this link and you will be taken to the Unacademy's website. There you can just click the follow button and you can find this notes and free classes there. I am taking some exclusive classes there, so you can attend those if you want to, and use this code to watch free classes. And on Unacademy app and website ABHIMI, there are some quizzes also going on, and you should totally check them out. Use this same code to join quizzes. And that will be it for today's class. If you found this class helpful and engaging, then hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also hit the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever an educator goes live. I will go live at 7 p.m. So make sure that you are being there if you want to attend the classes live, which I think is the way that you should attend classes, because then you can have very nice discussion with the educator and understand more properly. And also in between the thermodynamics classes, I will be taking manufacturing classes also. So I will be doing manufacturing classes question, important question, and some revision. So if you want, you can attend those classes also. And ABHIMI is the code that you can use to get 10% off. And just check out the Unacademy website for subscription. And if you are having the budget and if you are having the need, then subscribe to this Unacademy's plans. So that's it for today's class. Thank you very much for watching this class. Stay safe, take care, and that's it.